So again, the weight is on the balls of the feet, primarily more to the inseam of the boot here, where that big toe is, okay, the ball of the big toe, okay? You can see when Brock is dropping. Now drop through that, go halfway through that drop. You can see that the ankles are folding inwards and the knees are dropping straight down. We do not want to, and get up a little bit, I want you to make a mistake here and drive the knees in front. So unfortunately, what happens when you drive the knees in front is you're kind of lunging out at the puck, so you're not able to maintain your calm positioning. And get back up to your feet. It takes a while, probably the most important thing here. Show me your stance again. It takes a while for your knees to actually seal the ice because the knees are shooting in front, which is a longer route down to the ice. All right, so I just want to take a pause here and say that this drop with the knees going in front, I know, like I'm trying to talk about, it is a longer route down to the ice when our knees shoot in front, but it is a very applicable drop if we are caught on the inside of the post, and this is a short area shot, or a shot, sorry, from a short angle, because currently the net is fairly skinny on this angle, and we can drop with the knees in front a little just to make sure that we don't, when we drop, the feet naturally do expand. So if we drop on the inside of the post and our feet expand so our knees don't drop in front, we will open up this short area side here. So we don't want to have that happen. So again, this drop we don't want to have when we're off the inside of the post. It is a very applicable drop when we are caught on the inside of the post. So I just want to make sure I'm making sure I'm not painting everything with a black or white brush here. I hope that makes sense. So what we'd like to do is, again, fold the ankles inwards. All right, now if you can see here, I'll take the camera a little more to the side. You should be able to see Brock's heel of the blade leave the ice first, while the first 3 inches, 4 inches of that blade still stays. Okay, so drop properly now. Okay, do that again. Go a little slower, please. Okay, so go through that halfway point. Excellent. So, and try to go a little lower if you can and push the glutes back. Excellent. Okay, now you'll see that the heel of the blade is starting to lose the ice a little bit here. All right, and then now go straight down with the knees. Perfect. Okay, now what we'd still like to do is make sure that the feet don't swing behind. Okay, that is tough. A lot of pro goalies still have the issue of having the feet swing behind a little. Okay, get on the net for 2 seconds. So what we should do is we should see the heel of the blades leave the ice. All right. Hopefully the hips are back and the shoulders are stacked over the knees so we're not feeling like we're falling in front. Okay. And then when we drop, again, we should see the knees just go straight down. So that's when we should be losing our edges, is right before the knees fully drop. That's when we should lose the edges. Okay. So let's go through some low shots right now and just see how it looks when you're actually making a save. Try to keep that stick a little more here rather than flat. Does that make sense? Okay. Good. 2 more. Good. Good. Good stuff, buddy. All right, guys, so I just want to give you a glimpse at this in slow motion here so you can see that as Brock is starting to fold the ankles inwards, even though there is a little slippage with the front of that forefront of the boot, you can see that the heels are leaving, or the heel of that blade, sorry, is leaving the ice first here. All right, and this gives us, so the benefits to this is it gives us the ability to dictate the pace at which we drop. So we can drop faster, we can drop slower, and I hear a lot of goalie coaches out there, or a lot of coaches out there just telling goalies to hold their feet more often than not. We don't want to demonize, as a goalie coach or as a coach in general, we don't want to demonize an action. We want to make sure that the action is obviously applied in the right situation and applied properly. So the drop isn't the worst thing to do, all right, even for a slightly higher shot. We just want to make sure that we can control the pace at which we drop. And by folding the ankles inwards, keeping the forefront of the boot on the ice, or dug into the ice for a longer time frame, we are able to do so. Now, a lot of common mistakes I see are the feet are either one, too close together, or the boots are a little bit more kind of facing upwards. So let's say right now Brock has a great angle with his boot, but a lot of kids sometimes have the skate laces, let's say, facing a little too up. So they're not really one grip in the ice with their inside edges. So there is a loss of control with just general skating movements. But also that the feet, if their feet are too close together, or their boots are not on this nice inverted angle, the feet will usually kick outwards when the goalie is dropping. That results in more or less a fall to the ice rather than a controlled drop. Usually the knees will separate once we hit the ice, and you can see how Brock's knees stay nice and tight together. The hips stay high, the shoulders are over top of the puck along with the eyes. So a lot of benefits to dropping this way. And then usually kids that you will see maybe lose the ice with the forefront of their boot first. So maybe the heel stays on the ice longer than the front of their blade. You will usually see that because the hips and the butt are getting into a seated position, almost like the tailbone is coming underneath us in that process. We would like to keep the hips on generally the same angle and have the same amount of bend through the entire drop if possible. I can talk more about this later, but that's kind of a short form version of why this is such a benefit to folding the ankles inwards. All right, gripping the ice as long as possible and trying to drive those knees straight down with those hips staying high and compressed. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Goaltending is such a nuanced position with so many technical components to it. So my aim is to break things down as easily as digestible as possible. And it's already a super expensive position in an already expensive sport. So if I can put out any free content that can help any goaltender get an edge on their competition or just simply have a little bit more fun, my mission is accomplished. So see you next time.